to leave this organisation. Who knows how long this organisation has left to be around, because there's a lot of problems, and I think they will come to the surface now that those parliamentary elections are over. We've not worked out exact tactics, etc. I think that's something we'll formulate, and of which I'll leave it for Nigel to comment on when he wants to. But I say we don't recognise this as a democratic organisation, so that's why we are loath to sort of participate in it and give it any standing at all.
Okay. Martin Banks. The so-called populists and nationalists did across Europe in these elections, and also what needs to be the Brexit party? Where do you go from here?
Well, again, tackling that last question first, I think the key thing for the Brexit party back in the UK will be the Peterborough by-election. I think we've got a chance there. It's always very difficult starting from scratch in any constituency and everything, but that's certainly the next thing for the Brexit party in the UK. I think across the reason there's a lot more populism, nationalism, etc. around the country is because this organisation has failed. Now, those populist and nationalist parties come in all shapes and sizes, and there's some we profoundly disagree with, others who we might be able to do business with. But again, that's for others to decide as time goes by. But I would say that it'll only grow those beliefs in those different countries because so much power has come here, and more people think this organisation is letting them down. We've heard a lot about the turnout figure. Well, if you think 50% is good, I don't think that's a good turnout. And remember that in countries like Belgium, the voting is compulsory, so rather skews the figures. Secondly, in the UK, the turnout was 37%. Now, given that there's meant to be all this desire to stay in the EU and overturn the result and have the people have a say, then only 37% turned out, of which, of course, a good many were those voting who support leaving the EU. And, of course, we in the Brexit party won that election. In terms of here, we want to see more power go back to the nation state. It's the concept of democracy, demos and Croatian. It's about people and the rule of the people. And this is not a democratic organisation. It's still the only political democracy, so-called democracy in Parliament, where you cannot initiate legislation. It's bizarre. So we will be making these points when our large contingent comes over to join, hopefully in a revived group of the EFDD, which will be looking at how we set up over the next few days. We'd also like to say that we wish the EU well. We want to leave on October the 31st. This will be a decision for the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, but a message has been sent absolutely clear from the UK. That is that unless you leave, and leave means probably on World Trade Organization rules, or at least a free trade deal, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of the EU budging on that, then unless we do leave on October the 31st, then I believe that the Brexit Party will be in a position to win many seats in any